I'm Chris Rice, Patty, Master Scuba Diver Trainer.
I'm CJ Rice, Dive Master.
I'd like to welcome you to Above and Below H2O. What you're about to see is done by trained professionals. Please do not attempt this on your own, especially if you've not had the proper training. It is extremely dangerous if you do not have the proper training.
Do not do this at home.
That's right. Do not do this. Let's go diving.
Above and Below H2O is brought to you by Park City, Disc Dupers, Macaulay Siding and Windows, Maximum Site Design.
We're here in John Penny Camp again. We're actually going to start a wreck series of dives. We're going to start out with the Dwayne and then go to the Spiegel. We're going to have the next two shows on the Dwayne. It's Coast Guard Cutter. This is the bow ball in the Coast Guard Cutter, the Dwayne. Tell us about the ship there, CJ.
This Coast Guard Cutter, its actually name was William John Dwayne, who served as the third Secretary of the Treasury to serve under President Andrew Jackson. This ship was built on May 1st, 1935. Its first launch date was June 1st, 1936. So we can see this ship is quite old. And we're going to be able to look at this ship and see the type of hull structure it is and how big it is. It's a 327 foot class boat. So it's quite a long ship. We don't get to cover the whole ship on one dive.
You can see we're about 15 foot in depth right now, and you can already start to see an outline of the boat. And as you can tell from the air bubbles, we're not alone. This is a very popular dive site, as you're fixing to see why it's a very popular dive site. As we mentioned, this is the bow ball, so we're fixing to hit this ship at the bow. You'll notice where the gun turret used to be. See the circle up there? That's where the gun turret used to sit, right up there.
You may find this interesting. This ship was commissioned August 1st, 1936, and then it was decommissioned on August 1st, 1985. The same year and same day they decommissioned the ship.
Same year?
Or same month and same day they decommissioned the ship. Then the ship was actually sunk as an artificial reef November 27th, 1987.
So it's been down for quite a long time.
Almost as old as me.
Wow, that's an old. You can already start to see all the fish life on the boat. As you see the railings, notice what we're going to come across here in just a moment underneath this railing. Look real close now.
I don't see any steel there, do you?
No, completely covered in coral. When we get around to the wheelhouse, make sure you notice how the wheelhouse windows have been completely consumed, or almost completely consumed with coral. It's just amazing how it takes it over. This dive is going to be pretty much a perimeter dive. Next week's show is going to be an interior dive. We'll show you some of the interior parts of the ship. Look at all the fish that call this place home.
As we're diving on this boat, it's quite an interesting thought to think about all the men and women that used to roam on this ship, walking down these halls and on the deck. Now here we are swimming right across the deck several years later.
And many of these rooms here are the kitchen and the dining room, which we will penetrate next week. A lot of the equipment is still in there, the stoves and the dining area. We'll check that out next week. Look there. What's that, CJ?
Oh, it's one of our favorite little friends. This is one of our nurse sharks that we saw on this ship. We saw that this ship is home to a lot of different varieties of creatures, and sharks love hanging out here.
Yeah, that nurse shark's about 7 foot long. But she's not laying there alone. Wait till we get to the backside here and look over the edge.
The reason why they come here is a lot of their food source is found in the ship and on the ship. Which many divers would actually pass up that shark and not even know it's there. We had to stop several in our group and get them to turn around to notice the shark.
In pictures like that, it's pretty easy to understand why a shark would hang out here. Buffet?
If you've noticed from the reef dives to the wreck dive, you're seeing larger fish and more varieties of species of fish on the wrecks here.
That's midship, that's the smokestack. We'll be back in just a few minutes, guys. Stay tuned.
Changing your own motor oil can save you money and time, but it can also be messy. From the moment the drain plug comes out until the last quart is added, it's anyone's guess where the oil will land. Keep it clean, quick, and easy with an oil change kit from Part City Auto Parts on sale for $5, including shop towels, a funnel, drain pan, and hand cleaner.
Cumberland Auto Parts, 718 West Avenue, Crossville, and 6149 South York Highway, Clark Range. Your Part City Auto Parts store.
Part City.
Hello, I'm Harry McCulley with McCulley Siding and Windows. Now ladies, I know you're all about your home looking its best. Whether it's replacement windows, siding, vinyl deck and railings, redecorating your kitchen or bathroom, or adding your own beautiful Better Living sunroom. At McCulley's, we know what you like and offer exclusive quality products and professional installation by our certified installers. Come see our showroom or go to McCulleySiding.com. Remember, we make home improvement easy. McCulley Siding and Windows, Crossville, Tennessee.
Need a website for your business? Maximum Site Design. Complete web design responsive with all current devices, desktops, smartphones, and tablets. With our SEO experience, we will move your business website to the top of the search engines. Visit us at MaximumSiteDesign.com.
We're back and we're diving on.
Hope you got your popcorn. I'm hungry.
Hey look, it's our buddy, Rory Johns.
Yeah, this was part of his advanced class, his first deep dive.
This is also the dive that he saved a barracuda. We had a barracuda trapped by a fishing line on the ship, and he cut the fishing line and was able to save the barracuda's life.
This is that was the wheelhouse. Notice how those windows are portholes.
When we did this dive, we actually were only able to go up one side of the boat or the ship, And then we started off towards the back and made it up about towards the middle of the ship, and we had to turn around. We were getting low on air.
Look at all of the fish. It never ceases to amaze me how many fish you find around a structure. You see your anchor lines for your chains back at the bow of the boat. That was the end of that dive when we started to make our ascent to the surface with our staged safety stops on the way up.
Do you remember how deep this wreck was setting?
130 feet, wasn't it? Most of the dive was around 100 feet. The deck was about 100.
This deck, the bottom of the ship sits at 120 foot.
When you do a deep dive like this, you always want to stage a safety stop. You see all of our divers are all hung out. This is about the 15-foot mark. You do a 3-minute stop to give your body an opportunity to off-gas the excessive nitrogen, just to give yourself a little safety cushion and keep you from getting bent. Get your buoyancy set, hold on to the rope so the current doesn't pull you away, and just chill for about 3 minutes. And that's another reason why you want to make sure of your gas management during the dive. You want to make sure you've got enough gas left in your tank to hang out and do this safety stop.
You definitely want to make sure you are not just in open water on this dive. The only thing an open water diver would be able to see would be the crow's nest, which sets at 50 foot. So you just be able to just get down there and get yourself tempted and not be able to go any further.
Why wouldn't an open water diver want to do this dive, CJ?
Well, 60 foot is their limit. Any further than 60 foot and they're not qualified.
Yeah, because in advanced dives, there's certain techniques and certain procedures that you're taught to follow, and certain skills.
And then if you're just in advanced, you don't want to go on the inside of the ship like we're doing, because then you need to have a wreck diver class.
Yeah, you've got the wreck diver specialty, then you're taught to run landlines. And of course, you don't have to run landlines when you can see daylight. You're able to shoot straight through and you know where your entrance and your exit points are on the ship. But again, it's a special class and special training that you need to take. Do we know somebody that can do that training, CJ?
No.
Oh yeah, I think I've got those cards.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't know you that well.
Come go dive with me, you'll get to know me. Notice everyone has lots and lots of exposure wear on. We talked a little bit about neoprene last week in our instructor's corner. We're going to talk a little bit about dry suits this week. December, we're going to be in the Caribbean. That show will air the end of December. Notice the exposure wear we won't be wearing during that show.
Are you sure people had lots of exposure? Were they actually wearing a wetsuit on this dive?
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you sure were.
What? I broke away from the shorts from this dive. Are you sure?
Yeah.
I see a short sleeve shirt on me.
Well, you may have a short sleeve shirt, but you had on neoprene too.
I did wear some gloves there. We always want to make sure when you're holding on to that line there, that line is more often than not, you're going to have fire coral on that line.
Well, even if you don't have fire coral, you've still got barnacles that are on it and the occasional fish hook that's caught in it. Samantha pushing Rory out of the way. We'll be right back.
Do you know what the longest living sea creature is?
Parts City.
Changing your own motor oil can save you money and time, but it can also be messy. From the moment the drain plug comes out until the last quart is added, it's anyone's guess where the oil will land. Keep it clean, quick, and easy with an oil change kit from Parts City Auto Parts, on sale for $5, including shop towels, a funnel, drain pan, and hand cleaner.
Cumberland Auto Parts, 718 West Avenue, Crossville, and 6149 South York Highway, Clark Range. Your Parts City Auto Parts store.
Parts City.
Hello, I'm Harry McCulley with McCulley Siding and Windows. Now ladies, I know you're all about your home looking its best. Whether it's replacement windows, siding, vinyl decking railings, redecorating your kitchen or bathroom, or adding your own beautiful Better Living sunroom. At McCulley's, we know what you like and offer exclusive quality products and professional installation by our certified installers. Come see our showroom or go to McCulleySiding.com. Remember, we make home improvement easy. McCulley Siding and Windows, Crossville, Tennessee.
Crossville Scuba Center. If you're into scuba diving or want to get into the sport, we have all the equipment to get you started. From masks, fins, and snorkels to regulators, VCs, and wetsuits, we have everything you need to make your scuba experience the best it can be. Crossville Scuba Center, 931-456-0128.
The Teratopulus nutriclia is the longest living jellyfish of all the sea creatures. It grows old and then it goes back to the pupula stage. It never dies. Welcome back to the deep blue on the Duane.
Notice that's the front gun turret. Once upon a time, gun's gone, but fish making it home. Gets them down inside the ship too.
What a school. What a school.
Yeah, it looks like school. School's in for this moray eel.
What moray eel?
Yeah, what moray eel? Let's look underneath this lip and see what moray eel might lieth underneath there. Looky there. Just waiting on the unsuspecting fish to go by.
Or Samantha to come feed him.
Here, lunchy, 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 lunchy.
That's a big moray eel. Look how his girth is.
Now those cranes have been covered over in coral. It's part of the kitchen. We'll get a better look at that next week.
You can tell there's abundance of fish in here. I mean, it's unreal of how many fish you find at this wreck.
Another nurse shark.
As we said, the sharks just love this wreck. But we haven't found any nurse sharks moving around though. You notice that? They've all been laying down sleeping. They don't care about you getting close to them.
Beautiful colors, beautiful animal. There's a prime example of a shark not having to swim to breathe. What else you think we might find laying around on the deck, CJ?
Oh, you could find about anything.
It'd be nice if we saw a green sea turtle.
It would be, but you never know. You might see a green one. But there's all kinds of different types of sea turtles. There's hawksbills, there's greens, there's leatherbacks. We've been seeing a bunch of greens though.
What about a loggerhead?
Yeah, there's loggerheads too.
Another eel. He's not as big as the last one, is he?
I think he's just made this ship his home here recently. He hasn't found him a good hiding spot yet.
Maybe he's not a bit intimidated, so he doesn't really want a hiding spot. Doesn't seem to be too concerned about us.
It's really cool watching them breathe right there, the way they vent the water out the side of their ventral there.
Hey, looky there.
Looky here, now we've spotted a nurse shark on the move. This actually happens to be the largest nurse shark we saw in our dives. It's easily over 10 foot long. When we first saw it, we thought it was a bull shark, just how big it was. Then you had to look at the fins there, and you can tell by the back dorsal fins that it's a nurse shark.
Visibility wasn't that good that day, was it? You can have 70 to 100 foot of viz on this wreck, but not that day.
But we didn't have a bad current that day on it though. We just had the storm had hit 2 days prior to this, but the current was real nice.
Hey, looky there.
What kind of turtle is that now?
It's not a green.
Samantha, look at this now. Now tell everybody that this is a hawksbill sea turtle, not a green. Look at the face of that turtle. Look at his mouth there. You see how it's got a beak? That identifies it right there. It's a hawksbill.
With his own barnacle.
Not a flurry cloud, a barnacle.
Yeah, not a flurry cloud. What do you think this is? Be sure to come back next week. We'll take you inside the ship.
Changing your own motor oil can save you money and time, but it can also be messy. From the moment the drain plug comes out until the last quart is added, it's anyone's guess where the oil will land. Keep it clean, quick, and easy with an oil change kit from Parts City Auto Parts, on sale for $5, including shop towels, a funnel, drain pan, and hand cleaner.
Cumberland Auto Parts, 718 West Avenue, Crossville, and 6149 South York Highway, Clark Range. Your Parts City Auto Parts store.
Parts City.
Hello, I'm Harry McCulley with McCulley Siding and Windows. Now ladies, I know you're all about your home looking its best. Whether it's replacement windows, siding, vinyl decking railings, redecorating your kitchen or bathroom, or adding your own beautiful Better Living sunroom. At McCulley's, we know what you like and offer exclusive quality products and professional installation by our certified installers. Come see our showroom or go to McCulleySiding.com. Remember, we make home improvement easy. McCulley Siding and Windows, Crossville, Tennessee.
Need a website for your business? Maximum Site Design. Complete web design responsive with all current devices, desktops, smartphones, and tablets. With our SEO experience, we will move your business website to the top of the search engines. Visit us at MaximumSiteDesign.com.
Above and Below H2O is brought to you by Florida State Parks. Enjoy swimming, hiking, birding, picnicking, and more at Florida State Parks. From hidden beaches to historic landmarks, there's something for everyone. Discover the real Florida at 171 Florida State Park and Trail locations. Visit us online at www.floridastateparks.org.
Do you do Facebook? Find us on Facebook at Above and Below H2O. Then like us. Get to know more about the show. Ask us questions there.
Or if you'd like to learn more about scuba diving, got questions about it, or would like to take classes, find us on Perfect Reflection Scuba on Facebook. A dry suit is another source of exposure protection that divers will wear to fight hypothermia in cold water. A dry suit does just what it says. It's a dry suit. You're dry underneath it. It uses air to insulate your body from the water so that you don't lose heat as fast through transfer. A dry suit uses seals around the wrists and around the neck to keep the water out and the air in. They're a little bit different design. They're thicker material. There's actually several different kinds of material. Some of them have less drag than others. But a dry suit is a nice way to dive in colder water and still enjoy it.